Be mindful or aware of the company that you keep around you. Whether it's friends or family, they can either build you up or tear you down. And in order to continue growing closer to God, there will be people that you might have to let go. And God will speak to you in time about these people. Yet, before we get started in this full-length masterclass, which is called Be Mindful of the Company You Keep, I want to speak about taking care of yourself first and looking at your own self in the mirror before you look at somebody else. True spiritual growth requires self-awareness first, and you have to ask yourself, as well as me, we have to ask ourselves, do I carry these toxic traits myself? In Matthew 7:5, Jesus gives a serious warning. He says, "You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye." We are not to be hypocritical. Hypocritical of saying one thing, of telling somebody what to do, but then we do it ourselves. When we do the hard work to fix ourselves and we clean up our own habits, submitting to hearing God's voice and applying His word into our life, our vision gets clearer and we are more easily able to help other people out. Make sure to pray on these first before you focus on somebody else. Ask yourself for God to reveal to you if any of these traits or characteristics are of you, and for Him to turn your heart around if so. I also want to thank you for watching this full-length video. And for those that are new to the family, if you enjoy learning about God's Word and growth, to grow closer to Him, to release any bad habits, or just wanting to get rid of toxic relationships, this channel is for you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to be a part of the family. Like this and share this with somebody else that may need to hear it. Okay, let's get into it. Be mindful of the company that you keep. It is not bad people that we are fighting. It is spiritual forces that we cannot see with our physical eyes. For we fight principalities and things not of this world that we can see. So when you are battling or arguing with a friend or family member or a stranger, and they are coming at you in an angry way, it is not them, it is the spirit that is attacking them, trying to get to you. And once you understand this and see this for what it is, through spiritual discretion, you can more easily conquer this enemy. And how do you defeat the enemy? You defeat the enemy through God's word, by putting on the full armor of God, specifically the sword of the Spirit, which is to counteract by responding in a loving manner, no matter how difficult it is. And this takes time. And I want you to know that when I am preaching or speaking about something, this is also more so for me than it is for you guys. And I just want to help as many people for God as I can. I pray that you get really good things out of this and that you continue to grow closer to God through His word and through what I teach through His word. Know that Jesus already defeated the enemy. He did this on the cross. And knowing this ultimately sets you free. 1 John 4 describes testing the spirits. And how do you test the spirits? You do this by giving advice to them, but if they don't listen or they don't believe in Jesus, then it might not be a good thing. John says, whoever listens to God listens to the children of God. But whoever is not from God, that is someone who doesn't acknowledge that Jesus is the Son of God. They do not listen to God's children. So test the spirits first, to be mindful of the company that you keep around you. If they are not acknowledging that Jesus is the Son of God, or their fruits are showing differently, Matthew 7:17 through 18 reads from Jesus that a good tree can bear good fruit and a bad tree bears bad fruit, but a bad tree will not bear good fruit. Actions speak louder than words, and you will know them by how they are acting. If they are saying that they believe in Jesus and Jesus is the Son of God, but at the same time they always cause turmoil, it might be an issue. It might be something that you might need to take a step back and have some prayer time with Jesus and ask Him for His guidance, for His spiritual discretion. Also, second, you cannot hang around those that limit you when you are improving and changing for God. It is like walking up or climbing a ladder and somebody constantly pulling you down. After a while, they are going to have to let you go because you keep climbing that ladder. It is best to be alone with God, to hear his voice, soft, still voice. And it's difficult to hear him, especially when you're starting out, when you're around other people. That is why we go through wilderness seasons. Those you are around shape your character. That's why it's important to hang around Jesus more often than not, to be by yourself in prayer, to learn his word, and to just enjoy hanging around him, because your character will mirror his. Number 3 is a powerful influence that other people have, whether it's toxic or it's positive. Jesus describes this with the parable of the good tree and the bad tree, and he also describes it in Luke 6:39. Can the blind lead the blind? Who is in your sphere of influence? It's important to find godly mentors who are close to God and can teach you his ways. And when Jesus says about the blind leading the blind, they lead them into the pit. They lead each other into the pit. So if you can clearly see, you can warn your brother and clearly see the pit to help them avoid this. Make sure to have spiritual mentors around you that uplift you and guide you. This is the powerful sphere of influence, and mindful of the company that you keep so you can continue growing closer to God. 4th, Jesus says to protect your heart, for out of it spring the issues of life. Pay attention to God's word, and God's word is Jesus. Make sure to mirror his ways instead of the ways of others. Don't fear man, fear God. And 5, love everyone, but choose wisdom and discernment. Yes, love is unconditional. We are taught to love all people unconditionally and to love our neighbors as ourselves, including our enemies. But access to yourself is a privilege, and you deserve to be at peace and continue in growth as well. Stop letting the company around you steal your breakthrough. Look in the mirror, check your own fruit, protect your temple, and watch how fast your life changes. If this deep word has hit your spirit, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below with the word discernment if you are guarding your circle this week. Stay disciplined, stay faithful, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you.